So about a year and a half ago, 2 years, this is really like right in the pandemic, I got in an accident, right? And it's actually kind of embarrassing because I did the accident. I was like backing up into my apartment. We have this pillar, right? And I don't know how many of you guys hate parking by pillars. I hate it, right? Because lo and behold, I hit the back of my car. So I hit the back of my car, and it's like a little dent. And it's not anything super, super crazy, right? But it's a small dent on my car. And I have a Mercedes-Benz, so I go to the shop. And guess how much they were telling me was going to cost just to fix this little dent, right? Because I'm thinking they could just get it, suck it out. They're like, no, my man. We have to replace the whole backside. So this is going to be like $6,000 because we have to replace. So I'm like, $6,000? But it's just a little small, tiny dent, man. It's like $6,000, right? And I didn't, you know me. I'll go around, I'm looking for different places, and lo and behold, they're telling me the same price. So I'm a little distraught at this moment, because I'm like, dang, I'm going to have to pay $6,000 just to fix this tiny little dent, because they're talking about that to replace the whole back side, right? So I'm a little annoyed. Lo and behold, one of my clients, I'm talking to him one day, his name's Vincent Morales, right? One of my guys. And I'm talking to him a little bit, and I start sharing with him my problem, because Vincent works in the car industry. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe I could share, he might know somebody. So I'm talking with Vincent, and he says, man, you know what? You need to go to my uncle. So I'm like, man, who's your uncle? So, oh, my Uncle Jose, man. Yeah, he's solid. I'm like, okay, well where does your uncle work at, right? So he's giving me the rundown. His uncle works about 50 minutes out, and I'm like, bro, like, are you sure? He's like, bro, trust me. He'll take care of you. I got you. Just shoot me the pictures, and I'll get you a quote, right? So shoot him the pictures, right? He sends it to his Uncle Jose. Jose looks at it. Jose talks to Vincent. Vincent talks to me. And guess how much he told me it was going to be? $700. So I'm looking like, oh, man, no, this, come on, bro. 700? So I'm a little skeptical at this point. He's like, bro, trust me. He's my guy. I'm going to give you the address. Pull up on him, right? So I make this 40, 50-minute journey. I have one of my friends follow me, right, because I need them to pick me up. And I go to Vincent's uncle. And it's a little weird, I'm not going to lie to you, right? Because we're in like Little Mexico. There's like no signs on any of the stores on this street. So I pull up, and the only reason I knew is because he was like, man, look, he's going to be outside. He's going to be wearing some jeans, right? So like I go and I'm like, Jose, mi nombre is, I speak a little Spanish, right? And I pull up and he's like, keys. So I'm like, okay. Keys, Now, granted, I have to have a lot of trust at this moment because I'm in a place I have no idea. I don't know this guy, and I'm just trusting Vincent because Vincent's my guy. I know he's going to take care of me. So I give his uncle the keys, right? And I leave. Week later, he says it's done. So, guys, I'm a little nervous, right? Because this is like the moment of truth. I done gave this man my car. He telling me $700. Mercedes done told me $5 or $6 grand, right? So I go to pick up my car, and guys, guess what? It's spotless. I thought Mercedes did it. I'm like, bro, so I'm confused. So I call Vincent. I'm like, Vincent, bro, how did your uncle do this? Like, bro, how did he even get the material? And you know what Vincent told me? And it's really it really opened my mind. He said, bro, you don't understand. My uncle from the Dominican Republic, he's on an island. He doesn't have access to the same resources that we have in the States, right? So when it comes to having to get stuff done, he just has to figure it out with what they got. And man, it blew my mind because I think some of the times we think we need more, right? We need more opportunities. Sometimes we need more materials. Sometimes we need more access. Sometimes we need more help. When everything we need, we already have. We just have to learn to work with what we got. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Yeah. So guys, when you go back home, right? Because I know sometimes you're like, man, I wish I was in a better situation, right? I wish I had more money. I wish I had this. Sometimes you got to lock in like my man Jose. I call him Jesus now because what he worked on my car was a miracle. Right? Yeah. I still look at it today. Like I walk up to the side like, dang, that thing still look new. I'm thinking like the paint or something's going to chip off. No. But guys, sometimes you just got to learn to work with what you got. Does that make sense? All right. So number one, right? Rule to create separation. Work with what you got. Again, Kyrie Irving, perfect example. 6'1", 180. Not the fastest, not the strongest, not the tallest, but he still gets buckets. He still creates separation. So that's number one. Number two, right? You got to know your role and know your gifts on the floor, right? Kyrie Irving's not trying to play like Joel Embiid. He's not trying to play like Kevin Durant. He's not trying to play bully basketball and dunk on you like LeBron. He knows his gift on the floor. So guys, I don't know if you guys like me, but I love my grandma, right? I have a very, very soft spot for my grandma. And one thing in particular, and it's kind of funny, my grandma is like a huge Christmas person, right? So, and the thing that was so good is it didn't matter what was going on. One thing I knew is when Christmas time came, I could rely on grandma, right? And the thing about grandma, she's so crazy. Me and my brothers, literally every Christmas, we would have to spend like 15 to 20 minutes opening my grandma's gift because she's like a packer, right? So she'll have like a gift within a gift within a gift, but there's like boxes. So you never really know like what's actually inside, like if it's actually gonna be a big gift or a small gift, because look, my grandma's from Chicago, and then she's also kind of worried about the shipping, so she wants to make sure stuff doesn't break. So I remember like every Christmas, me and my brothers literally was like kind of solving a Rubik's Cube. We're getting knives and we're having to open these packages, right? But no matter how long it took for us to open a package, right? Why do you think we still opened it? It's from grandma. Not only is it from grandma, right? There's this level of expectation that we know something's going to be inside, right? So even though it was a little bit difficult, it took long, right? We knew that number one, man, if grandma sent it, she took some time. She took some time to put that gift inside. And number two, we knew something was going to be inside, all right? And the thing that I want to talk with you guys about today is a lot of you guys have gifts, right? But you might be scared to open them, right? You might be thinking that something might not be inside, but you guys have to have the expectation that, look, grandma, right, life has placed gifts inside of all of you, right? And it might take some time to open up, right? It might be a little bit of a struggle, but you guys have to have that expectation, just like me and my brothers did on Christmas, that something's going to be inside, because when you open it, oh, man, there's that surprise. There's that love because, man, grandma has something inside. And not only that, what do you think happens later that day in Christmas, right? Who you think's calling? Grandma. She's like, baby, did you open my gift? How did you like it? Right? And guys, what you don't want to happen is you don't want life to call and ask about your gift and you don't have anything to say. Because that's when the disappointment kicks in. You're like, oh, damn, man, grandma done took time to put this gift inside. I didn't even open it. Now I'm ungrateful. Right? Because sometimes life might take a gift away, right? Some gifts do have expiration dates. So you can't wait too long to open them. So guys, number two, you have to know your gift, know your role on the floor, have the expectation that the gift's there, because again, number two, that's going to help you create separation to get your what off? To get your shot off.